Have you ever pondered the inner workings of your operating system, how it organizes your files and directories? It's a complex system, but the beauty is in its simplicity, all thanks to commands like mount and umount. Imagine a warehouse, a place where all things are organized and stored. The mount command in Unix or Linux is similar. It's like a warehouse manager who helps to organize and manage the storage. When you run the mount command, it attaches a file system, which could be a disk partition or network share, to a specific directory in the existing Unix or Linux directory tree. To use the mount command, first you need to identify the device you want to mount. This could be a hard drive, a CD-ROM, or a network share. Then you need to specify a directory where you want to mount this device. This directory is often called the mount point. Once you have these two pieces of information, you can run the mount command. The syntax goes something like this: mount, followed by the device, and then the mount point. For example, if you have a device named /dev/sdb1 and you want to mount it to a directory named /mnt/mydisk, you would type mount/dev/sdb1/menti/mydisk. And voila, your device is now mounted and its files are accessible from the directory you specified. But what happens when you no longer need access to the files on the device? You wouldn't want your warehouse cluttered with items that aren't needed, right? That's where the umount command comes in. The umount command is used to detach the file system from the directory tree, effectively making the files on the device inaccessible from that directory. It's like telling the warehouse manager that a certain area doesn't need to be managed anymore. To unmount a file system, you need to use the umount command followed by either the device or the mount point. So if we want to unmount the device we mounted earlier, we would type umount/dev/sdb1 or umount/mnt/mydisk. Now let's summarize the key points about these two commands. The mount command is used to attach a file system to a directory in the Unix or Linux directory tree, making the files on the device accessible from that directory. The umount command, on the other hand, is used to detach the file system, making the files on the device inaccessible from the directory it was attached to. Remember, before you can use umount, you need to ensure that no processes are using the files in the file system you want to unmount. If a file is in use, the system won't allow you to unmount it. So there you have it, the mount and umount commands, two vital tools in the system administrator's toolkit. They may seem complex at first, but once you understand their purpose and how to use them, they're as simple as managing a warehouse. Just remember, mount attaches, umount detaches. Happy managing.